There's actually more opportunity than challenge. And if you test that by thinking about what's happened recently, the last 20 years have had this explosion in television. And when you and I grew up, I think we're roughly the same age.
I'm a bit older, but not much.
I mean, we grew up in a world of 3 broadcast networks in the United States. That was essentially true in most countries. And that world was free TV, supported by advertising, and therefore everything was aimed at getting the biggest mass audience, lowest common denominator, and that shapes a certain kind of programming. If you then look at the last 20 or 30 years, starting in the United States, there was the advent of choice, the advent of TV you could pay for. So things like HBO, CNN, MTV rose up, and now they're happening all over the world. The result is that you have much higher quality TV. You've got much more diverse subject matter. You still have mass appeal. You've got some narrower appeal things. And all the signs that you look for in a business, revenue growth, subscribers, viewership, ratings, programming investment, the kind of talent, writers and directors that work in TV now, everything strongly up, tremendous resources going into TV, not just in the United States, but everywhere. So as that happens, TV is getting better. And there's really a golden age of TV where it's
You've said that a number of times. Why is it the golden age?
Well, because it was used in the 50s and 60s when it started. It was new, so people thought, hey, this is great. It's TV. I don't have to go out to the movie theaters. You had Jack Parr. You had all those
Jack Benny,
the Lucy Show, the things we remember. And it was golden because nobody had ever seen that before. Well, now we have that. There are modern versions of that. And there are literally hundreds of channels and shows that are excellent with, the biggest stars from what used to be the big screen at film that are working there. Huge production budgets. Some of the budgets for TV shows are bigger than some of the budgets for film.
And you can do things on television you can't do in film.
Yeah.
You can have a longer time, stretched out over several nights. You can do a whole range of things.
Yeah, think of some of the dramas like Sopranos on HBO, where you can get a much longer.
I mean, the most interesting thing, and it's not just HBO and Time Warner, is that really creative people are attracted to work in television today because they can tell stories better than they can in the movies because the audience is different.
Yeah. So there's more kind of diverse. You'll have big actors doing huge worldwide film releases, and then they'll come and work on a project in TV that's a much more particular audience. And you can make money, if we're going to the money part, whether you're in a mass appeal thing or a narrow appeal thing. The fact that you can pay for it makes a huge difference. And the thing that resonates with me on that is HBO, because when that came on the scene as TV worth paying for, not interested in ratings, not interested in advertising support, it changes everything.